1,000 Elb Sisters, Amy Slaton breaks silence on Brian's shocking career. 1,000 Elb Sisters star Amy Slaton has faced backlash due to her relationship with Brian Lovewarn. Many fans don't trust Rihanna, especially with the fact that they were both arrested for possession of illegal drugs. Some fans blame Brian for being a bad influence on Amy, resulting in her lack of progress in her physical goals. However, Amy continues to take her man's side and even shared some details about his career background. Keep reading to see her statements. 1,000 Elb Sisters. Amy Slaton continues to have issues with siblings. The upcoming episode of 1,000 Elb Sisters will feature intense scenes between Amy and her siblings. According to the upcoming episode's synopsis, Episode 8 will show a huge fallout between Tammy and Amy after a heated exchange. There was also a preview by the end of the latest episode where Amanda called out Amy for walking out after farting. Pris and Amanda have also expressed their frustration about how Amy prioritizes her wedding venue amid Tammy's skin removal surgery, resulting in her threatening to call off the wedding. Amy breaks silence on Brian's shocking career. Some 1,000 Elb Sisters fans on social media discussed Amy Slaton's comments on her recent FB post, where she confirmed that Brian Lovewarn was a pediatric nurse, adding that she had talked to his ex-wife again. Amy added that she did background checks for her man by talking to his family and friends just to make sure. Amy went on to say that fans shouldn't worry about Brian, adding that they'd been together for 10 months. And every day is like a new adventure for them. However, some fans were skeptical about Brian's past career. According to some, drug addiction may have been the reason why he was no longer working as a pediatrician. 1,000 Elb Sisters. Fans suspect Brian Lovewarn of having a mental breakdown. Brian Lovewarn also sparked controversies after some fans discovered his unusual behavior on social media. Last month, some 1,000 Elb Sisters fans talked about his series of posts where he documented his walk in the middle of nowhere at 6:30 a.m., saying that he just got up from a nap. He then asked his FB friends if they could give him a ride, creating speculations that he wasn't mentally present when he began walking. It was a quiet Thursday afternoon in Dixon, Kentucky, until Amy Slaton, queen of glitter eyeshadow and reality TV resilience, blew the internet to pieces. With a phone in one hand and a Mountain Dew in the other, Amy clicked record on her front porch swing and launched into the most jaw-dropping revelation since she told Tammy she was pregnant with Gage. "All right, y'all," she began, squinting into the summer sun. "I know y'all been speculating. Talking on the Reddit, whispering on Facebook groups, asking, who is this Brian man? Well, baby, I'm done staying quiet." A dramatic pause. Her phone wobbled, a cicada buzzed. Brian ain't who y'all think he is. For months, fans had seen glimpses of Brian, a gentle giant who showed up in the background of Amy's TikToks, fixing light bulbs, holding baby Glenn like a pro, or tossing laundry over his shoulder like a modern-day Kentucky Hercules. At first, people assumed he was just a friend, helping out after Amy's split from Michael. But then the theories started. Was Brian a cousin, a neighbor, a new boyfriend, a traveling pastor? Now, with the clarity only a Slaton sister could deliver, Amy confirms the truth. He's my man. And more than that, he got a career that's gone blow your wig off. Turns out, Brian wasn't just a handyman or small-town sweetheart. He was a professional monster truck driver. Yep. You heard me, Amy said, smacking her lips. My man out there driven a dang old truck named Mud Demon across arenas in 23 states. She pulled up a photo on her phone, a selfie of her and Brian standing beside a gigantic red and black truck with demonic horns and fire decals. The caption read, "Slay, Mud Demon, slay." It ain't just about crushing cars, Amy explained. It's a show, baby. They got fireworks, fog machines, even a dang wrestling ring sometimes. And Brian, whose real name was Brian Tankersley, or Big Tank as his fans called him, had been a staple on the underground monster truck circuit for years. But after a major accident in 2019, he'd stepped back from the spotlight. His truck flipped in Alabama. Amy whispered like she was spilling tea on Dr. Phil. Flipped 3 times. They thought he was gone. But he crawled out the wreckage like a dang action hero. According to Amy, Brian had kept his identity under wraps when they first met at a gas station. Just a quiet guy grabbing a yoo-hoo while she wrangled Glenn into his car seat. I said, "You look like you drive big trucks or beat people up for a living." He laughed and said, "Little bit of both." I thought he was joking. He wasn't. The more Amy shared, the more unbelievable it got. Brian had once guest starred on an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger. He'd done stunt work for a Vin Diesel movie that never saw the light of day. And yes, he had a wrestling persona. Blaster Brian, for a short-lived promotion in Tennessee called Backwoods Brawlers. But he walked away from all that, Amy said, softening. When his mama got sick, he came back to take care of her, just like a real man should. That's what sealed the deal for Amy. It wasn't just the muscles, or the tattoos, or the fact he can lift a lawnmower with one arm. It was the way he held my baby, the way he respected me, the way he ain't ever judged me for my past or my size. Amy said Brian had encouraged her to return to painting and crafting, things she loved before the stress of fame, motherhood, and weight loss surgery wore her thin emotionally. He bought me a whole dang set of glitter pens from Hobby Lobby, she said, holding them up like trophies. Tell me that ain't love. The reaction online was instant. #Mudaman trended on X, formerly Twitter. Fans flooded her comments with support, and a few skeptics chimed in too. Is this another Jason situation? One follower asked. Amy replied directly, Jason wish he was Brian. Brian would body slam Jason into a bounce house and keep walking. Even Tammy got involved, posting a side-by-side pic of Brian and The Undertaker with the caption, "Now I see it." Chris, their brother, had reportedly known for months. I hate saying nothing, but I saw the man crush a refrigerator like it was a Capri Sun, he told local reporters with a grin. But amid the excitement, Amy made it clear. This wasn't about clout or shock value. Brian didn't want the fame. I had to beg him to let me tell y'all. But I ain't gonna hide him. Not when he been nothing but good to me and the boys. As of now, Brian's planning a comeback tour with Mud Demon, this time with a Slaton twist. They asked me to design a special edition truck for Halloween. Amy beamed. You'll best believe it's gonna be covered in glitter skulls and say B-U-Y-L on the back. The couple's next step. Well, we taken it slow, Amy said. But if he want to marry me in a monster truck arena while Baby Gage throws flower petals and Glenn honks the horn, I ain't saying no. For now, Amy's just happy. Happy to have found someone outside the chaos of cameras and calories. Someone who sees her for more than her past or her body or her YouTube legacy. He treats me like a queen. And if y'all don't like it. Amy paused and smirked. Well, y'all can talk to Mud Demon about it. Then she took a long sip of her Mountain Dew, blew a kiss at the camera, and ended the video with her trademark sign-off. Stay sweet, stay sassy, and don't date no boring men.